Hey there guys, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and in today's video I decided to talk about how we literally live in a Black Mirror episode and a little future dystopia, because what just happened is that at the recent elections to the European Parliament, a YouTube prankster participated in the election and actually managed to win, and this YouTuber is about to become an official member of the European Parliament. And yes guys, this is not a joke, this is reality, we're absolutely cooked. I just moved to the European Union and I can already say, we are all cooked. So yes guys, just a few days ago the European elections took place and the results have been kinda worrying, and in some countries like France, the far right has won bigly, should I say, and the right is winning in a lot of places like Germany, for example, of course. And apart from that, the other great news we have coming from this election is that we're now gonna have a YouTuber in the European Parliament representing Cyprus. So, who is this YouTuber that just had a massive win in the election in Cyprus? The guy's name is Fidias. This is his channel right here, he has almost 3 million subs, and as you can see, basically, he's doing Mr. Beast type of content, right? You know, money challenges, also meeting celebrities. This guy's like a huge Elon Musk fan, so that is a great sign. He supposedly used to be part of this channel here called A-Rack, which is another huge channel that just looks like Mr. Beast to me. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, dude. I just feel so old and like out of touch with YouTube at this point, like I'm literally an unk. This guy doesn't really have that great of a reputation on YouTube. He's kind of been already shat on by everybody, including people like Critical and stuff, because he made a video in which he went to Japan and essentially challenged himself to travel for free in Japan. So essentially it was him breaking laws and avoiding fares in Japan. But this entire thing got so big that he actually had to drop an apology video about it, saying sorry to, you know, the Japanese people. Guys, what is it with YouTubers in Japan anyway? Like, this is crazy. His worst video recently that got a lot of shit was this one. I spent 100 hours in the world's poorest country. Incredible thumbnail, by the way, just great. However, before we take a look at his YouTube channel and how he actually became a European Parliament member, I would like to tell you guys about the sponsor of today's video, Galaxy Lamps. If you guys ever wanted to spice up your room with some new lighting that makes it look very unique, then the Galaxy Projector 2.0 is exactly what you need. Not only can it turn your room into a planetarium and give it a new feel, but it is also a smart device, and I can actually control my Galaxy projector with the Galaxy Lamps app, and I can choose not only change the RGB colors of the projection, which is exactly what I'm doing right now in the background, as you guys can see, pretty cool, but I can also change the speed and do many more different things, all through the app on the phone, and you can even control the projector with Amazon Alexa or Google Voice Assistant. And the projector is also energy efficient, so you don't have to worry about your bills going crazy. I personally love using it in my bedroom because the vibe it creates is just very chill. So if you guys appreciate good tech and good lighting, then go over to the link down in the description, that is galaxylamps.co/NFKRZ, and get 15% off of your purchase of the Galaxy Projector 2.0. Many thanks to Galaxy Lamps for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it.
Are you ready?
No.
All the people that are outside to see Nassim haircut.
How much is normally haircut?
1,000. $1 is 2,000.
You got 50 cents haircut.
Actually,
Yeah.
60 haircut in my whole life. Finally, something I can afford.
Nassim, you look sexier now. You agree, guys, right? Here's your 50 cents. Thank you. When we left.
So essentially in this video he went to the country of Burundi, and essentially, you know, what most of this video is basically like poverty porn. This is like content that is very popular on YouTube now. There's a ton of these people like Tyler Oliveira or whatever. They just go to these like very impoverished or dangerous areas supposedly, and they just use these people essentially for comedy gain. And what this guy does, right, is that he's essentially Mr. Beastificating poverty.
900 kids, wow. The principal let us go inside the class and I was so excited. I am 100 years old. I am 22. How old are you? 17 years old. The most things that I learned, they are not only from school, they are online, from the phone. They can access all the clever minds. I said this because only 10% of the population has access to the internet. I left the class and felt inspired that these kids will have so much potential to help their country if they have access to the huge learning that the internet provides us.
What is this, dude? Like, I can't even take this seriously. His accent too. Like, this is like Borat. Goes to Africa and like acts like a dick. And I'm not saying that making content where you go to like a poor, dangerous place or whatever is inherently bad. There's good people out there, for example, like Channel 5 who do this stuff. But this?
We paid only $10 to see 1 hour private performance from 20 people. Hello, people! Hello! They are going to perform now.
So yeah, he's like enjoying essentially slave labor, like $10 for 1 hour for 20 people. This is insane. So anyway, in January of 2023, this YouTuber, Fidias, full name Fidias Political, announced that he essentially would like to be running in the polls in the upcoming EU election. And he's appeared on the TV in Cyprus talking about this also.
Almost two done. Δείχνει ότι ό,τι και να ελάλουν επειδή έβλεπα εδώ στα μάτια του και ένιωθα, ήταν τόσο λαμπερά τα...
So yes guys, unfortunately I can't understand Greek even though I'm 1% Greek. According to my DNA, not there yet. But according to BBC on this broadcast, he said that he has never voted, that he knows little about politics, but that he could no longer stand the continued rule of nerds in Brussels. So yes, there's definitely a person who's qualified to be a member of European Parliament. He submitted his candidacy in April. Не знаю, 2023 или 2024, мне в принципе срать. He essentially said that his goal was not even to try to win or to be elected, but actually to get the young people of Cyprus to be more involved in politics. He was essentially saying that we young people should bring a change and you should vote for me. Dumbest guy in the world. And basically what happened is that people voted. And since the turnout in these EU elections for a lot of European countries is pretty low anyway, this time the turnout in Cyprus actually got a rise, supposedly because of Fidias. And essentially what happened is that he ran and he won with 19.4% of voters, and he actually got third place overall in the entirety of Cyprus. And out of Cyprus, 6 members of European Parliament will be appointed. So this bootleg Mr. Beast right here is going to be one of the 6 representatives of Cyprus in the European Parliament. So yes guys, I'm really interested in what my viewers from Cyprus think about this. But basically yes, this is the clown world that we live in now. We live in a world where now YouTubers are becoming actual politicians and are simply winning because they're popular online and because like 12-year-olds watch them. Politics, of course, is always a popularity contest, and a lot of people vote for a politician just off the basis if they like his personality, basically. However, when we have YouTubers who can mobilize their entire subscriber base or whatever to vote for them, that's a bit of a different issue. And look, something like this already kind of happened before. YouTubers do take part in elections sometimes, like in the UK, for example. The infamous YouTuber Sargon of Akkad, or Carl Benjamin, participated in the election in the United Kingdom on behalf of UKIP, the party, together with Paul Joseph Watson and Count Dankula, great company basically. They ran in southwest England and they basically managed to get 3.2% of the votes. Whereas before, in the previous election, UKIP in that same region got 29%. So essentially before, when YouTubers ran in elections, nobody took them seriously because, you know, they're complete goofballs. And, you know, we're talking about Sargon of Akkad here, obviously. What happened here is that by taking part in the election, they just completely tanked the entire UKIP party in that region because they're goofballs, basically. But now with Fidias here, we actually have a YouTuber who won and who's actually, you know, managed to get some success out of being a YouTuber and using that to promote himself as a politician. And this Fidias guy, to be quite honest, I feel like his politics kind of suck anyway. He's like a Eurosceptic, Elon Musk simp or whatever, you know, so I'm not really surprised that he's gonna be annoying as shit. But yes, we basically are living in a Black Mirror episode now, because literally in the season 2 of Black Mirror there was an episode called The Waldo Moments, and the whole episode was basically about how a fictional character, a bear if I believe correctly, named Waldo, which was played by a real person, right, who had like a TV show of his own or whatever, did like an episode with a politician, and suddenly this character started gaining political popularity and actually managed to run in the election in the UK. And you know, Black Mirror always tries to be deep and warn us about the dangers of the future or whatever, so I guess they were right, because this is the exact same thing here. A YouTuber is essentially a cartoon character, and people in Cyprus went out and voted for a cartoon character. Yes guys, we're absolutely cooked. And I cannot even imagine what like this kind of Mr. Beast normie YouTuber guy is gonna be doing in the European Parliament and how he's gonna behave and what he's gonna do. Like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna like run polls on his channel and ask his subscribers what he should be voting on or whatever. Like, what is he gonna do? This opens up too many like ways for things to go wrong, and I really don't like it. Now, actually, in Russia, we had a similar case kind of a while back. Essentially, we don't really have YouTubers in Russian politics. You know, one YouTuber that tried to become a Russian politician, I guess, was Alexei Navalny, you could say. And you can see how that worked out for him, right? So, there were two Russian YouTubers, though, who actually managed to become assistants to the deputy of the Russian State Duma, which is basically like the Russian parliament. So there's a Russian parliament member from the Liberal Democratic Party of Russia, LDPR, Vasily Vlasov. He's like the youngest State Duma member or whatever, and he actually got two pretty big YouTubers in Russia, Yuri Khovansky and Ilya Medison, to become his like deputy assistants. They got those kind of connections in the government, tiny connections in the government throughout that, but basically it's not that big of a deal. It's not a huge position that doesn't give you much leverage or anything. But the YouTuber Yuri Khovansky a few years later actually got into a huge criminal case where he was basically almost jailed for terrorism for a song he sang on a live stream. And it was a huge case, everybody talked about it, and this member of the State Duma, who, you know, he was an assistant to, actually supposedly worked a lot on this case and tried to help him out and get him out. And you know how things work in Russia, right? You gotta know people, you gotta, you know, nepotism, kleptocracy, that's everywhere in Russia. So I think that may have had a huge part in actually, you know, making him free. But yes, otherwise though, Cyprus has Russia beat as far as how influential YouTubers can be in the country's politics. So yes guys, what can I say? We're definitely heading towards like an actual future like AI technological fucking ultra capitalist, you know, fucking fintech, whatever fucking dystopia, where we're gonna have, you know, corporations running the world, we're gonna have fucking YouTubers being politicians that are just gonna, you know, like, they're gonna do whatever like fucking sponsors fame to. I mean, that's basically politics, right? That's basically lobbying, but I mean, look, that's kind of the thing though. It is a philosophical question in a bit, how, in a sense, we do like to think that we want politicians to be sort of smart people and educated people that actually know what they're doing, right? But at the same time, aren't we also all excited about democracy and like the idea of a person who like sets out on his own and actually manages to win an election and become popular or whatever and like get a message out there? Isn't that kind of like in the spirit of democracy in a sense, right? That a person just gets to do this and I don't know, become an actual politician and have actual like leverage or whatever, an actual impact as a result of this? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really excited when we have like terrible Mr. Beast clones on YouTube that make the most terrible tone-deaf content ever. I'm not really excited about those kinds of people getting that opportunity, right? But that is what's happening. So I'm very excited to see where this ends up. And honestly guys, once again, I think it's gonna get a lot worse. I think we're gonna have way more YouTubers, you know, running for office en masse in the future. Logan Paul is gonna run for president of the United States one day. Mark my fucking words. Clip this. See you in like 40 years, okay? But all I can say really is that I'm just really sorry, and I'm really sad that you guys will not actually get to vote for me in the EU election, because yes, even though I now live in the European Union, now I live in Portugal, right? I'm still a citizen of Russia, I'm not a citizen of Europe, and even if I do become one, that's gonna be many years down the line. So for a few next years, guys, unfortunately, you will not be able to vote for me in any EU elections and make me an actual member of European Parliament. Because obviously, once again, guys, in this video I say that YouTubers essentially should be banned from becoming politicians. I am of course talking about everybody but myself, because I am the main character. I love being delusional, you guys. But anyway, yeah guys, if you'd like to vote for me, maybe wait like 10 years and then I'll holler at you guys, okay? Cheers. But yes guys, what can I say? This is the way of the world, this is the current time, current reality, you know, I'm just never not amazed at what is going on in the world, and I want you guys to let me know down below what you think, what you guys thought about the European election, and if you guys happen to be from Cyprus, or if you guys happen to be Greek, because you can understand Greek, let me know what the fuck is going on, let me know what you think of this fella, and why this is happening, and yeah, I guess that is going to be pretty much it for today's video though. If you guys would like to support me additionally, and donate to this channel, then make sure to head over to the link down in the description and become a YouTube member. It's basically like YouTube's own version of Patreon. It's a monthly donation, it's the best way to support me, or you can also do a super thanks underneath this video. But yes guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.